All right, y'all. It's been a minute, but here I am. I am back again, and I'm glad that you all are here with me. So it's been a while since I've actually jumped on. I would say about like a week or two, maybe a little bit longer than that. But in the midst of everything happening, I've been moving. So yeah, I've been kind of busy. And one thing that I did and I want to speak about is nutrition. I don't know if you all listened to any of that last podcast, but I did go over a couple of things, 3 steps that you could take that will make you successful, whether it is in fitness, health, or even in nutrition. These are things that you just need to do, and everybody could do them. It's just a matter of if you want to do them, right? Um, so Bada boom, bada bing. I'm just going to dive right into it again. If you missed the podcast, I'm just going to go over these things briefly. I'm going to give you each an example, and hopefully you get the gist of things, right? So the first thing that you're going to need is accountability. I always relate this to growing up and your parents or whoever your adult figure was telling you when they woke your ass up in the morning, they told you, hey, brush your teeth. They told you, hey, brush your teeth. So that's what you did. You got up every morning, you brushed your teeth. They showed you how to do it. They made sure that you got up every morning, and then every night to do that thing, right? Brushing your teeth. It's just over a certain period of time, your parents started to trust you, and then they didn't have to tell you to brush your teeth. This is just something that you naturally did when you got up and right before you went to bed. Fitness/coaching. Now, you're going to need somebody in that back seat. Now, what I equate this to is if anybody's seen the show was it Great American Race or something like that? Basically, there's this couple on there that wins every race. So they had to change the rules in order for this couple not to win so often, right? So what they actually did was that, say they get dropped off in like Dubai, right? You need to make it from Dubai to wherever end of whoever the fuck cares, right? And the way that they did this is that they picked up a local. They paid a local, whatever the case may be, in order to show them, hey, what shortcuts can I take to make sure that I don't run into traffic around this time? You know, what are good spots to stop at to rest? What spot should I avoid because of like high traffic or thieves or potholes or whatever the case may be? Even like shitty road conditions. It's going to rain today, so you don't want to go this way because it always gets blocked up. That coach is going to be able to give you those avenues and show you the way to actually get there without doing it for you, but being in the back seat is going to help you so much more. The last thing is nutrition. This, I say, is probably the most difficult thing to do, but once you actually get to the point of being comfortable, this is it's the most beneficial, right? So the way I equate this is I think about a sandwich, right? You've all been to Subway before, and if you haven't, you've been to Chipotle or whatever the case may be, whether you're making your favorite burrito or you're making your favorite wrap or sandwich. You start with something that's on the menu, right? Whatever it is, it could be like BLT, and you have that BLT, and it's just like I feel like more things could have been on that. So maybe I would have wanted, let's say, banana peppers. I wanted jalapenos, and let's do teriyaki chicken on top of that too, right? And I have that one time, and I'm just like, this is awesome. What can I add next time to make this even better? I add like honey mustard, and then I add like mayonnaise or whatever the case may be. I have that, and I'm just like, this shit is perfect. But maybe one more thing will actually make this perfect. And I buy cracked pepper and salt kettle chips. Bada boom, bada bang. This makes my meal phenomenal. And I'm just like, this is great. That's the same way nutrition is. You won't get it right on the first try, but over time of doing it, you will learn, one, how to make that sandwich. Two, you will learn what the hell you like to eat. And that's what it is. That's literally how nutrition is. So I just gave you all that stuff within like 5 minutes. It's very simple, but you have to be willing to make that change in order to be in the place of having success. Because if you don't want to do that, you could look at the flip side of things. What would that be? Worst case scenario, right? So you're somebody who's a little bit bigger, or you're malnutritious. Now, for those who don't know what malnutrition is, that just basically means you're not getting the nutrients in your body to help you live a healthier life. So whether you are a bigger person or if you are a smaller person, you could be malnutrition, or you could have malnutrition. So on the flip side, right? Like I said, You don't fit into the clothes that you want to fit into, right? The When you go to the parties, you feel uncomfortable because everybody looks better than you, or your self perception isn't where it wants to be because you want to fit in that dress that you bought, that Lisa's wearing, or you want to fit in that shirt that Paul is wearing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to look this good because of X, Y, and Z. Whether you've seen it on Instagram or whether you've seen it on, in a magazine, these are things that are just always in our face. Those negative thoughts start to build up. And just like I talked about in the book about small cookies and small wins, this also happens with losses as well. So you have to be sure and be careful that you're not feeding yourself this negative information, because it sucks and it hurts. Do you want to go towards pleasure, or do you want to go away from pain? Which one do you want to do? You could do both, right? But you have to find whatever you need to do. You don't want to stay in pain. I'm telling you this right now. Being in pain, being miserable, and misery loves company. So if you all don't know, being miserable is not going to do anything but amount into more misery. So, yeah, let's say you said, my pants don't fit. I started looking in the mirror. Oh man, I'm getting overweight. Stop caring for myself. I've noticed that I'm not shaving, or I'm not eating the proper food, so I'm not being able to take a shit, right? So let's just be frank. Being able to use the bathroom is something that people don't talk about in fitness enough, and just in nutrition in general. Like, you're gonna have to use the bathroom. I don't know anybody on this earth that does not use the bathroom. So to have, let's say, if you're having like an irregular period of using the bathroom, say you're using the bathroom once every 3 days, like you're not taking care of yourself, or you're not putting the correct things into your body to make sure that you're able to use that bathroom. You should be taking a poop at least once a day, right? And just at least once a day. To show that you're living a little bit healthier, and that your digestive tract is working the way that it needs to work. Your clothes don't fit. You think that you're unattractive, whether your spouse doesn't think that you're desirable, or you don't think that your spouse finds you more desirable, like they're not touching you so much, or they're not telling you that you're beautiful, or you're not telling, hey, you did a great job doing this, that, and the other. Or if you don't even feel masculine, that's another thing too with guys. You know what I mean? Like, to be with a girl and both of y'all are just the same strength. You may not feel comfortable going around a woman that works out, or that's in shape, or that is actually physically active. So yes, it's intimidating. Those things, do you want to stay in that place and not be able to talk to these women, not be able to talk to that guy of your dreams, not be able to go on vacation and take your shirt off, or wear the bikini that you bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that you've been trying to fit in because you didn't take things seriously, right? Whether it was you had 2 out of the 3 things, or if you had 1 out of the 3 things, you need all 3 of these things in order to make sure that you are successful. And I'm not even going to lie to you. If you want to fast track your progress, these are things that you have to do. Those 3 key things right there, as simple as I made them, they could get really hard if you decide to fuck around and you want to go loop the loop, and I want to save money here, I want to save money here. I'm just going to let you know, the easiest way to learn something, pick up a book, all right? You got to pay for a book. Or if you want to find a free one, you can go ahead and find a free one. But pay for a book, pay for a coach, pay to learn how to eat. These things are going to save you time, going to save you effort. And over time, like I said, even just with the sandwich, you learn how to make that sandwich. You learn how to do this properly, and it becomes so much easier than in the beginning. I always say this. Fitness gets harder because you just get better. Your capacity grows. It's just like walking. Say in the beginning of the year, you walked a mile, and it was shitty for that first walk. Over time, over 2-3 months time, you start to notice, okay, it's not that difficult walking. And then after, let's say 5-6 months, you're like, I think I could walk 5-6 miles a week. Oh, I'm doing great. This feels good. By the end of the year, walking the mile should be trivial. At that point, it's just like, I get up and I do it just because I like walking, or just because I want to get out and get some fresh air early in the morning. These things become instilled in you, and you're just able to do them. Easy peasy. You just gotta, you have to be disciplined in what you do. And I would say that you even have to go as far as to have some kind of determination to get it done. because motivation will run out, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not something that you should be leaning on so heavily. Like if you depend on music to get you riled up and amped to go work out 7 days of the week or whatever you are training for, then you're going to burn out really quick, because some of those songs don't hit the way that they're supposed to, especially if you start to listen to them every time that you are working out. Trust me, I've run into this issue. I have to find new songs on my playlist. I have a playlist that's over 500 songs long, and what I would do is just I'll shuffle through those and I'll just make new playlists from that. So you have to have tips and tricks in order to keep this thing going. It's not easy. The flip side of it not being easy, clearly it being hard, but you're able to get so many things from that. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm just going to get right back into that.